AITA for making my stepson sleep on the sleeper sofa in the living room. Originally posted by Triley 19012 in r Am I the Asshole on March 22, 23, updated on March 23, 23. An NBSP. Trigger warning. Racism. Homophobia. Less than. An NBSP. AITA for making my stepson sleep on the sleeper sofa in the living room. March 22, 23. An NBSP. I, 33 meters. Have 3 children, 18 meters. 15F and 10 meters. From a previous relationship. My first wife died 8 years ago. My now wife, 34F, has 3 children, 14F, 13 meters and 11 meters. From her previous marriage. We started dating 7 years ago and married 5 years ago. We are currently on vacation because my oldest has spring break from his freshman year of college. We are staying in our vacation home a few states away. Our vacation home only has 3 bedrooms. 1 for my wife and I. 1 for the boys and 1 for the girls. The issue is there has been conflict between my 2 stepsons, Brecken, 13, and Kurt, 11. Brecken and Kurt have never gotten along according to my wife, but it's gotten real bad lately and they're in family therapy for it. Brecken is a good kid. Very sweet. He's definitely the most likely to challenge authority, but not always in a bad way. Kurt is more quiet and obedient, but he's had some issues with being nice to others. The conflict started when my oldest was talking to Kurt and showing him his phone. Kurt's interests overlap a lot more with my son than Brecken, so they wanted to bond over vacation. The issue came when Kurt was showing my son some texts he sent his friends. This included some truly vile stuff, including racism against Brecken's GF and mocking some of his baseball teammates. Brecken's girlfriend is black. The district we are in is over 90% white. Our family is white. The texts Kurt sent included the N-word and were just awful. They also made fun of gay people. It was really bad. Kurt fully knows better than this. He has a high IQ. Into some advanced topics like coding and trivia, and has even been considered to be a possible grade skipper. He's in 5th now. But we haven't BC. We didn't want to stunt social growth. When we got out of the van, my son said he wanted to talk to me and showed my wife and I the texts. We called Kurt in and he didn't show any remorse. He made a big deal out of us calling him in, which led us to have to explain everything to all of the kids. Brecken, who almost always smiles, was angrier than I've ever seen before. Brecken told us he didn't want to be near Kurt and locked him out of the room the boys are supposed to stay in. My wife and I agreed that it was best that the 2 didn't stay in the room together. The couch in the living room is a sleeper sofa, so we told Kurt he needed to sleep there to prevent fights. We thought this was okay. Obviously Kurt was mad at us, but we were surprised when the girls started saying we were being too hard on Kurt and that we should just let him apologize to Brecken. Brecken said he wouldn't accept an apology because you can hurt me, but you can't hurt my girl or my boys. We also thought forcing an apology was bad, but the girls keep guilt-tripping us. He slept on the sofa last night and was a real pain about it. AITA? Judgment, not the asshole. An NBSP. Update. AITA for making my stepson sleep on the sleeper sofa in the living room. March 23, 23. An NBSP. After listening to comments and talking to my wife's parents about what went down, we had my wife's parents pick up Kurt. We talked to the girls about why they felt they should defend Kurt and explained to them how much his comments hurt Brecken. They didn't have much of a reaction to the talk we had. So we're still trying to figure out how they feel. Kurt has only been with my wife's parents for a bit and we're already hearing he's being very defiant, but we're not letting him back. Like I mentioned, This vacation is during my oldest spring break, so we're currently spending time with him. Brecken was very happy when we told him Kurt would be picked up. Though he's still very mad at Kurt and has said stuff like, "He's not my brother anymore." Which is definitely something we're going to bring up therapists. As for the comments mentioning finding anti-racism respected, my sister is an English teacher, so we're going to try to find some stuff she thinks is appropriate for 5th graders in terms of reading levels and what Kurt could comprehend. We've also been speaking to the parents of the other boys he was texting, and they're all horrified this was going on and said they plan to address it with their sons. We also made sure that Brecken knew that we would always support him and his girlfriend and him and his baseball teammates. An NBSP reminder: do not comment on the original posts or contact the original poster. I am not the original poster. This is a repost. Oop should go through that phone with a fine-tooth comb. If Kurt's fallen down any radicalized rabbit holes, they need to know or their work won't stick. Oop had his first child at 15? So I might be a bit confused with all the people in this post. Not from what I understand, the parents stood up against racism and homophobia. Good for them. Kids need to know that that's wrong on a fundamental level. I'm side-eyeing the daughters. Why are they excusing his behavior? Those girls don't see nothing wrong because they for sure feel the same way and probably have even said it themselves. 33 years old, 18-year-old son, first wife dead for 8 years, 6 kids. A vacation home. I am 6 years older than that dude. He's already seen more in his life than I ever want to. Advanced topics like trivia. My only thought is they have them young. 33 and his son is 18? Interesting that the 15, 14 girls think they're being too harsh on the 11 yo. Probably more going on that we don't know about. Kurt spends a lot of time on the computer due to his interests. 100% he's been targeted by extreme fringe groups. They look for young boys to indoctrinate. Nah fam, Oop should have went through every tablet, computer and phone because something ain't adding up. Because their behavior and excuses need to looked into. I'll be honest, I stopped reading 2 paragraphs in as I've already seen The White Lotus Season 1. The way that white parents handle truly vile racism in their kids always makes it clear how that racism got there. Hole up, advanced topics like trivia? Great to hear they didn't push for a forced apology. I just do not understand why most people put so much value in apologies given out of obligation, force. If an apology isn't sincere, it doesn't matter. I dunno. Maybe I don't get it 'cause I'm autistic. Or maybe I'm right. The Brady Bunch, it ain't. So what happened to Kurt after vacation? Did they leave him to live with his grandparents? What? Kurt is 11. Take his damn phone away. Lol. And work on his defiance issues. Is he in 5th grade? Sheesh. Yay. Definitely NTA. But I suspect all the kids may need a social media diet. Also, the fact that anyone is comfortable defending racism is just nauseating. Appa's looking down the barrel is a much bigger issue in the house. Personally, you don't marry the person. You marry their family. I dated a guy once whose dad was a Trump supporter. Although I didn't leave right away, it became apparent that you cannot simply not be a bigot, but you had to actively be against bigotry. Stand for nothing. Fall for everything. Kurt has been drinking the manosphere Kool-Aid and the girls are low-key racist too. Yikes. I remember this story. I don't know if his solutions are going to be helpful. This seems like a deeper issue. The girls seem okay with the racism and homophobia. Their son is embedded with racist friends. This could be a school, environment, new family issue. And yes, books are nice. But there are plenty of ways to discuss racism without making even more distant from his everyday life. I wish this family the best, but they've got to get to the root cause of where their son got so deep into this.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.